Welcome to another stock analysis video performed by MajesticTrader.com, where active traders see greater profits. So let's begin. We are looking at the daily chart of the S&P. So one of the things that we're trying to determine here is, where is this market going? There's a lot of very interesting things going on in this chart here, especially after the incredibly volatile week that we had last week ending August 12th. So one of the things that we had looked at in the prior video analyzing the S&P was this significant trend line here that began in July of 2009. At the end of the prior week, July 30th, we actually bounced right off this 1168 level and this particular trend line. Bounced back up. And then, of course, you know what happened last week with the extreme swings in the market over the 5 days, specifically Monday through Thursday. So one of the things that we did do is we actually broke this trend line. We had called for a next target of 1128, which it sliced right through. The next day, we were down early, almost hit the 1100 level before we swung back up to the resistance level at 1168 to 1170. Came back down again on Wednesday before we were up again, held the 1168 level, and then obviously settled above that on Friday. So now 1168, which was support, then resistance, now it's back to support again. And so this trend line is still intact from July 2009. So one of the things that we're looking at here is if there's significant down volume below 1168, now we're looking at our next target at 1128. Since the low on Tuesday was just above 1100, if we break 1100, our next target is going to be 1040. We are looking for some upward momentum over the next week or two leading into the Labor Day weekend. So we're looking at a top-end target of around 1200 to 1227. 1227, as you remember, is the 10% correction from the high of 1371. Another interesting chart we want to review is the S&P versus the MFI. The MFI is the money flow index, which compares both the price and the volume, looking for pretty much dramatic oscillations of both the price and the volume, trying to identify both oversold and overbought conditions. One of the interesting things that we see here is last week we went negative. As a matter of fact, we settled in around negative 2.5 at one point on Wednesday. I believe it was near negative 6. With the incredible swings that we've had in the market and we've seen over the last 3 to 5 years, if you notice in the financial crisis of late 08 and early 09, we never went negative. As a matter of fact, we barely showed even an oversold condition, but we certainly didn't go negative. One of the interesting things here with this index compared to the S&P chart is that when in March of 09, when we were hitting a bottom in the S&P, the money flow index had actually been trending up. So we were actually showing that even though the market was going down, the money going into the market versus price and volume was actually on the rise. So we were showing actually a contrarian view to where the market was, and the smart money was actually going into the market at that bottom, not coming out. So this is something to look forward to. So one of the things that we're looking at here to confirm our thesis that the market should be up over the next week or two is that we are at such extremely oversold conditions. So we are looking for a bounce in the market to around the 1200, 1227 level over the next week or two. When the MFI gets to about 25 to 40, we might want to take some off the table as that immediate to short-term oversold condition would have been exhausted. Something to look forward to in your trading. Thank you for attending another MajesticTrader.com's stock chart analysis. Visit our website to request one of our newsletters. Go to our website at www.majestictrader.com. In the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address and your name, and we'll send you out a copy. Once you become a member, you'll have access to complete trade performance, all stock analysis videos, archived newsletters, and midweek alerts that are trading ideas. We'll send those out to you via email. Again, thank you for attending.